All right, I'm back. What's at 30 here? 30 is the brigands are determined to drive back your... So we're going to get more stuff, is basically what that's saying. I want Gimli to be able to close that thing. So let's start with Bilbo. Bilbo's the one I'm most concerned about. And so he's going to attack this thing. And we know that the top two cards are already 2 successes. And then he's going to draw 2 more. And they're not successes. But the 2 is all he needs. Because that gets him 3 hits and a pierce. So let's grab this. And, oh, he actually needs more. There's nothing I can do. I'm going to get... I have 2 successes. 3 hits and a pierce is the best I can do. I have no inspiration, no nothing. So this was not a good move. 1, 2, 3 hits and a pierce. That's it. That's all I can do. Can the enemy attack? Yes. And that's enough to kill us, folks. So might negates, and he only has a might of 2. And he drew a weakness. And another one with no symbol. So, I can do Undying Might to negate one of them. And I'll take a fear, which is put it face down. And then this is the 3rd damage that's going to put him under. And I flip 1 fear face up, then flip this card face down. I'm pretty sure the fear is all... Nope, there is 1 fear that's really bad. So I'm going to shuffle. And of course I got it. Oh, it just says if you're in a space with darkness, flip it, but we don't have any darkness. So I'm good there. Okay, so he's got 3 fear, 3 damage. So that's his situation. And just to zoom in for you, he hit the 3 damage threshold. So what we have to do in this situation, we hit confirm, and then we go over here to where the party is, and we click on Bilbo, and he has to do a last stand. And then they're going to ask, is this for damage or fear? And we're going to say damage. Muster your last ounce of strength. We have to test might, and we have to pass 1. And so that's the part where I should have kept that Undying Might card. So if you'll allow me to, I'm going to keep that Undying Might card. Here. He has 4 damage. I don't know if he can go over his damage or not, but I'm going to use the Undying Might card right now. Yes, I am retroactively doing this, but that's what I got to... Anyways, here's the situation. We're going to get 1 success because of it. So I'm going to say pass. And I know that's not what I did, but I got to check a few things here. First of all, can he go over his wounds limit? And of course, there's no wounds in the index, so that doesn't do me any good. I can look up damage. I bet that's not in the index either. Of course not. Nope, here it is. So there's just a big long explanation about how you have to suffer face up, face down, etc. So you resolve everything to determine if you're over your limit. So yes, he would have taken the 4 damage like it shows. All right, so now I gotta look up last stand. It doesn't say what you do if it goes over your limit. All right, so I'm gonna look at last stand. It just says do what the app says. Okay, so again, I had to, yeah, I had to play that card to save me, and there was no point in mitigating this 4th damage. It says discard all face down damage. So yeah, once again, there was no point in mitigating a damage. Once I hit 3, I was already done, so who cares if I got a 4th, right? So that's what saved my bacon. Otherwise, I was toast. And then I actually gain an inspiration and get to continue the adventure. So I guess you could argue that last stands could be not so bad. But let me just stress, if I didn't have that card, I would have failed that last stand. So, and then I don't know what this means, the 2. I don't know if it means it, for 2 turns. No idea. Anyways, we're back to this. And so, yes, I wanted to really search this token, but I think I gotta kill this guy, unfortunately. So, although he is exhausted, right? So, yeah, I'm gonna search the token. So let's do that. Oops. Lean-to displays a strange symbol painted on its front. Your foes position themselves to defend this structure. Their leader is surely within. Sneak forward or taunt the leader out. Should we taunt him out? We're a thief. We sneak forward. Okay, so we gotta test our agility, which is 3. He's not doing well. We got 1 success. We do have 1 determination because of that thing, so we'll spend the determination and make it 2. You reach the shelter on silent feet. After a little searching, you find a weak part of the structure and give it a kick. You hear a muffled shout. As the whole thing collapses, an enormous scarred orc slashes his way out of the wreckage. Discard the search token. Place 1 more orc marauder as indicated. This is Golgotar, the orc leader. All right, so search token is gone. Orc marauder is this guy. He's gonna go there. And yes, he has a banner. And of course, Bilbo is sitting there with him. The scarred orc bears a large tattoo on his blubberous arm, the same strange sigil you saw painted on the tent. The symbol is an amalgamation. Boy, they love that word, FFG does. Amalgamation of orc superiority and something foreign, or perhaps very old, like a twisted script of westernness, inscribed by an evil hand. Regardless, the reverence of all those surrounding him mark this orc as their leader. And if he's defeated, surely your foes will flee. Lore increases by 1. Our final objective is to defeat Golgotar. All right, so this makes an interesting dilemma. What I was planning on doing was using my attacks to help Gimli and block that sewer or whatever it is from happening. But if we can just take out Golgotar, then we're done, right? So Golgotar only has 8 health points. I mean, it's not like he's that big of a deal. So, so we're gonna do what will we do? I think let's start with Legolas and let's hunt some Golgotar. All right, so Legolas is going to draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. He is hidden, so let's not forget that. And there we go. I drew 2 successes, and remember, we need 1 more for his bow. So there's 2 successes. He does have a determination, and I'm going to add that to this. And so now he's going to do full damage with his bow with those 2 successes. And I could add another strike too, but let's just see how this plays out. Oh, and I played 1 determination for this. This card is being discarded, so I can add, what did it say that fire say I could do? Pierce, right? Discard a card to apply Pierce. So we're going to be applying Pierce. Alright, so we're going to do Pierce, and then we get to do 7 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you're damn tootin'. I'm going to add Immortality. Immortality gives me a strike 2. And we're going to add that to it and finish this guy off. Boom. Golgotar is done. Remove Golgotar. You or a nearby hero gains inspiration. Okay, so the inspiration is going to go to Bilbo. He needs it badly. Although Legolas... Ah, crap. I'll give it to Legolas. Golgotar falls to his hands and knees, grasping for air and spitting dark vicious blood. You step forward to subdue him, but something in the orc's carriage gives you a moment's warning. In a flash, he lashes out and attempts to sweep your legs from beneath your feet with his own. The hero who defeated Golgotar tests their agility, which is Legolas, who has 4 agility. And I got 1 pass out of that mess, out of that amalgamation. There you go, FFG. He'll spend the inspiration he just got to make it 2 passes. 1, 2. Before you even strike the ground, he regains his feet and brings his massive fist down into your chest. The impact of your fall and the strike of his hand, you suffer 3 face-down damage. Well, Jiminy Christmas. So, place Golgotar in a space with the hero who tested and continue your assault. Oh. So now he's over where Legolas is. And what's he look like now? He's got another 8. And instead of just being an orc champion, he's now huge. All right, well, it keeps coming. Legolas is 1 damage away from doing a last stand. It was face down damage that he received. Well, he's going to attack. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's going to declare a thumb war. And, oh, see this? Hidden. If you're attacked before you test. Oh, we had no test. Never mind. So here we go. He got 1 success. And then he's going to discard his hidden to apply another success. So he can do 5 damage. And then he has plenty of other cards to discard to make sure it's Pierce. So Pierce, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, he can attack. I should have kept the hidden to get rid of the damage. All right, so his deck is completely empty. So I gotta shuffle. Legolas is gonna die just from attacking this guy. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fear doesn't bother him. It's the other stuff that does. And we're in bad shape. Look at this. We only negated 1 of them. And I'm just gonna negate the fear. Because since he's already going over his limit and doing a last stand, so we're just gonna take 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. Jesus. All right. So these ones are going to be face up. Suffer 1 face down fear. Okay. Flip this card face down. Flip this card face down and gain 1 weakness and shuffle it into your deck, and then discard this card. So he gets a weakness into his deck. And now we have to do a last stand. This is even worse. All right, so Legolas, perform a last stand, yes, 4 damage. So he has to test agility, and he only needs 1 to pass. That's actually a fairly easy test, but let's see how bad this is going to be. And we got super lucky. Holy cow, only 1 success in all that. But we did pass. And by the way, folks, I don't know what happens if you fail. I know you get eliminated from the mission, but I don't know anything beyond that. So all face down damage is gone. That's like, just to show you, that was 6 damage. So it's all gone, and he gains an inspiration and continues. So this last stand thing, I think it's actually pretty useful to get, there were some skills we could have purchased that helps with last stand. Like Aragorn had if there was a last stand with somebody in your space or something like that, then you get all these skills and abilities. I think we may want to consider that, because most of the game you don't need it, but man, oh man, when it comes, it comes. And so yes, he's got a 2, whatever that means. All right, so that's Legolas's turn, and now Aragorn's going to go in and finish him off. Let's see if this is going to finally do it. So Aragorn had to move. Actually, he's going to spend that card, so he's going to sprint 1. So he was able to go in to the space without spending an action. And so now he's there, and he's going to draw 3 cards instead of 4, which is unfortunate. So it's these 3 cards here, and one of them we know is a success, and there we go. We actually have 2 successes there. So 2 successes for him is 5 hits. I could make it a 3rd. Let's, no, I'm not going to make it a 3rd, and here's why. See that fate card there? I'm discarding it so I can use the fire pit to do a pierce against him. So I'm going to do pierce, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. Remove Golgar, gain an inspiration. He's going to take it for, he's going to give it to Bilbo. Again, you drive Golgotar to his knees, but this time he makes no attempt at deception. He lunges forward with a howl and sweeps his sword through the air with incredible force. With another roar, he climbs back to his feet. Place Golgotar back in his space. Each hero in Golgotar's space suffers 2 damage, might negates. Ugh. Okay, so Aragorn first negates nothing. So he's going to suffer 2 damage. And the first one says, keep this card face up. When you perform the travel action, move 1 fewer space. After your rest, you get to flip it face down. And the other one is just flip face down. And then we got Legolas is going to do his check, and he failed. So he's taking 2 damage again. And one's flip face down. The other is when you scout during the rally phase, you cannot place cards back on top of your deck. That is awful. Okay, so then we get to continue our assault. So we're going to attack again. And I'm going to draw 3 cards for Aragorn. And we got a weakness and 2 misses. So I will use 1 inspiration to get a hit in. But that hit is only going to be for 2 hits. So I'm not going to be able to pierce. So I'm not going to do that. Let me show you the cards again. I need to be able to pierce, and that means I have to discard this card, and then I have no card to actually spend inspiration on. So that was awful. Absolutely awful. So he's done. So now I get this weird situation where Gimli is surrounded by an army, and he wants to close that thing off, but in doing so, he's going to provoke every army that's with him. Oh boy. What do I do? Oh, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. Gimli could have played this card. Before a nearby hero tests, discard this skill for that hero to receive 2 additional cards. So let's see 2 more cards for Aragorn's attack. We're supposed to do that before he tests, so forgive me again. But we need this to get done. And so another crappy whiff, but we did get 1 success now. So that changes things. So we have 1 success, and we still can discard this for the pierce. So now we can actually damage this guy. So we can put in pierce, and then the 1 success is 2 hits. It's better than nothing. And of course he's going to counterattack. That might have been the stupidest move ever. So now I get to draw 3 of these to negate. And there's 1 to negate. And I mean, this is 4 hits and 2 fear. So I negated 1 thing. I'll spend both of my determination to negate 2 more. So we are going to negate 3 of the damage, and we're going to take 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, come on. He's going to do a last stand now. Stunned. Flip 1 damage and 1 face up, and 1 fear face up, then discard this card. So this is being discarded, so he's not... And then we're going to take 1 of these and flip it face up. It's just flip it face down. And then we're going to take 2 fear. Ay, ay, ay. Discard 1 inspiration. Flip it face down. And if there is a nearby hero, discard 1 prepared card. And then flip it face down. So this card, Time of Need, is gone. I thought that was a brilliant move, and it was the stupidest move I ever made. Now the weird thing is his damage is still just 4, so he doesn't do a last stand. Okay, Gimli. He can't do anything. He has to just attack. There's nothing Gimli can do. He's got, look at this, there's all these guys, and they're all around Gimli. So this is almost dead. So we know for a fact that he can probably take them out. And so let's try that. So he's going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. And we know we have 1 success. And that's all we got. It was just 1 success in that. And 1 success is 2 hits and a sunder, which is good. Because if we do a sunder, that is going to take out one of his armor, and then we're going to get our 1, 2 hits. It's not enough to kill him. Can the enemy attack? Yes. So might negates. So 1, 2. So there's 2 successes right there. So we just negated 2 of them, and that's all we got was 2. So we're going to negate the fear and 1 of the damage, and he'll take another damage. Gain a weakness and shuffle it into your deck. Oh, come on. His deck is not very big to begin with right now, or at least what's left. Okay, he's going to attack again. Or should he provoke the crap out of everybody and try to close this gate? I don't know what to do, folks. I mean, it's, to me, I'm screwed one way or the other. And this boss just won't die no matter what we do to him. It's these two groups. That's a group of 3 that would be provoked, and that would be provoked. So that's what he would provoke, to just be able to go interact with that. It's not smart. I want to kill this guy, so we're going to go after him. 1, 2. Oh my gosh. Weakness. Weakness. Here's 1 success. That's it. 1 success. But it was a sunder. His axe does do sunder with just 1 success and then 2 damage. So we did get him. 1 guy dies. And yes, we're going to give him the inspiration, Gimli here. And so we killed 1 guy after 2 attacks. And then we have poor Elena over here. So we're going to go ahead and attack with her. I'm going to draw 3 wit. And we got 2 successes with her. So that's 3 hits with Pierce. And I'm just looking. And I think that's all I can really do. So this is the guy with the fist. So first of all, we got Pierce with 2 hits. But remember, she's emboldened for 2 more. And then she has Rage for 2 more. Hold on. She actually gets to do 3 hits with her Pierce. Emboldened for 2 more, Rage for 2 more. Oh my gosh, all those curses and skills allowed her to destroy the hunter. Okay, so she's going to gain the inspiration. And remove the orc hunter. And he's dead. So now if we want to look at the situation on our board, this is how it looks. You can see Gimli over there is just getting swarmed. Legolas and Aragorn have their hands full with the boss. And then Bilbo still has this jerk who hasn't died because Bilbo searched. And then Elena here just finished killing something, so she's going to move 1, 2 spaces, and then she's going to play this song. The traveling song. When you move into a space, you may discard the skill for you and up to 2 nearby heroes to each gain an inspiration. So she's going to get 1 for herself. She's up to 3. And then 2 nearby heroes, she's going to give 1 to Legolas and Aragorn. So they're both going to get 1. Gimli does have 1 already. Aragorn, or Legolas also just had 1. And then that's it. That's it for the turn, folks. So I want to make sure I understand the boulder again. If you're trying to negate damage, you can convert. Okay. So we're at the end of our turn. Shadow phase. Okay, so this one wants to attack Gimli. Gimli's actually in his space. This guy is the 3. So we're going to say yes. So might negates. Well, he at least gets to draw 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, here's the 3 we drew, and his deck is empty. So we have bad luck. And let's draw. I have to now shuffle, and then draw again. It's funny, but this ring mail is not helping him at all. All right, and then here's the 4th one. We got 1 success out of the 4 cards. So we negate 1 thing. We'll negate the fear. So he's going to take 3 damage. And then he has to discard a prepared card. So that card's gone. That was his rest card, unfortunately. All right, so first one is flip it face down. Done. Flip 1 face up, then flip this one face down. Keep this card face up, decrease each of your stats by 1. At the end of your turn, flip it down. It is the end of his turn. Well, maybe the end of next turn. How about that? Flip 1 face up, then flip this face down. Done. Okay. This one wants to attack Gimli, and Gimli's in his space. All right, so might negates. I forgot that when Gimli attacks, he gets to place a card from his test on top of his deck. Unfortunately, didn't remember to do that. And then when Bilbo searched, he could have looked at the top card of his deck. Boy, I'm just screwing up left and right here. All right, so anyways, might is easy. I'm going to draw 4 of them. Of course, when you have all these, that's a miss, a miss, a miss, and a miss. All 3 of them are misses. All of them are misses. However, I do have 1 inspiration, so I will spend it so he takes no damage this time. Threat increases by 11. And of course, more stuff is going to spawn. 2 hunters are going to spawn in Bilbo's space. And they're both going to have this banner. And then the Marauder, the one that I just killed, he's back, baby. He's like the McRib sandwich. He's back. For a limited time only. All right. And another Orc Marauder. There's just not enough of them in life, so we need more. And I think some of this is because I was unable to close that grate. And that's also in Gimli's space. All right, so now we're on the rally phase. So, Jiminy Christmas, I don't even know. So Aragorn is going to obviously draw 3. 1, 2, 3. So he'll prepare Time of Need, and the other 2 will go on top. Then we're going to go to Gimli. He cannot put anything on the top of his deck, I don't think. Oh no, that's Legolas. Can't do that. Gimli has to decrease each of his stats by 1 until the end of his turn. All right, so he's going to get to draw 3. So we're going to prepare Kinship, and the other 2 are going to go on the bottom. Okay, Bilbo. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. 1, 2, 3. Here's his situation. So that's pretty good. So we're going to put Well Nourished and prepare that one, and the other 2 on top. Probably dinner. Okay, Elena. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Elena, by the way, lost Emboldened. She ended her turn on a space that did not have an enemy. So that is now gone. 1, 2, 3 for her. Okay, so we got some choices here. We can Agility, Time of Need, or Traveling Song. I'm going to do the Traveling Song because she so far has been very helpful with that. And then the other 2 are going to go on the bottom. Then Legolas. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. 1, 2, 3. All right, the weakness, of course, is going to go on the bottom. Ancient Wisdom may get equipped light-footed. When you interact with a search or threat token before you test, you may discard this, or you can get Sprint. Okay, so here's what's interesting about this one. This is going to have to go on bottom of the deck because of his exhaustion. So I'm actually going to prepare light-footed because I don't want to put that on the bottom of the deck. So it's a weird thing to do. I wish it would have done more than just give me sprint. And I'm not planning on interacting with a search or threat token anytime soon. So it was an awful card, but we'll at least maybe use it for the sprint. And just understand that Legolas can sprint using a inspiration token, and he won't provoke an attack if he does it. Now, obviously, if he tries to close this grate, he's going to provoke the attack there. And there's so many guys in Gimli's spot. It's insane. I mean, you got even like Bilbo's overrun right now. Everybody's overrun. And I'm not sure how much I appreciate this part of the game where you're just overrun with stuff. But I guess it is what it is. This is just like the other apps. It's very combat heavy. And that's fine. So let's just get her done. So Elena is going to go first. And she's going to move in and then spend her traveling song right away. And she's going to get a inspiration, which puts her up to 4. And she's going to dish out 2 of them. And she's going to give 1 to Aragorn and 1 to Gimli, who has 0. So she did that, and she is going to attack the boss herself because she has rage, and she is really the healthiest of everybody here. So, so if I can find the boss, it's this one, I believe. What did he do? He healed himself? I thought we did damage to him. Okay. Well, she's going to draw 3 wit cards. 1. Okay, she's going to use her Elven Light. Before she... Oh, that's before testing. Never mind. 3 cards. Here's the 3 we drew. She got 1 hit in, which is going to be worth... That's going to be worth 2 hits. Her dagger, if she has a second success, will give her pierce without needing to use the fire pit. So she will spend this for 1 success and do the fire pit. Oh, and her harp gives inspiration to a only hero in her space. Never mind. So let's play this out. Oh, she can't do pierce, so doesn't do any good. So I think she's going to keep her inspiration in and just do 2 damage, which is crazy because it's only going to just damage the armor like that. But then her rage adds 2 more hits, so she just did at least 1 hit to the thing. And then it's going to go bonkers. So her agility is going to negate 3 damage. And she succeeded with 1, and she can spend an inspiration for another. So she negated 2 of it. But the third one, of course, makes it through. But her cloak says that if she's going to suffer damage or fear, she can spend an inspiration to prevent that. So she will. And she prevented all 3 damage. So as much as I complain about her, she's the most badass one so far. So this thing is getting crazy, very crazy. And now we're on to Legolas. So I'm going to just, I think our focus here is let's kill the boss. I don't think that closing that grate is going to do anything for us right now. So I'm going to draw 4 for Legolas because he's going to attack. Oh, Legolas during the rally phase has food. So he can spend one of these to heal a damage. And so you may to discard 1 damage. So he's going to discard it's funny because it doesn't say it has to be face down. I'm assuming it has to be face down. He's going to discard 1 of his face down damages. So that's gone. All right, here's his 4 cards, and these decks are awful. So look at that, 3 misses. He got 1 hit, and then this would be used for the pierce, right? So 1 hit for him is 2 hits on the enemy, and that's it. So he was able to put 2 hits on the enemy. Oh, but he doesn't get to do pierce. So he's going to do this instead, and now it's 5 hits on the enemy. So I'm going to do this, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he's going to apply the hits. Oh, come on. All right, so his might negates. His might is only 2. And he negated 1 of the damage. He'll spend his inspiration to negate the other one. All right, he's going to try again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And complete miss. This deck is awful. The Hunter class is not very good. So we did this and we apply 0 damage. And now he gets to a counterattack. Guess what? Yes, he does. If you suffer 1... All right, so he does have 4 agility. And there's 1 damage, or 1 success. So he was able to negate it. All right, well, Legolas was a whopping lack of success. Elena, when she spent an inspiration, she was able to give a nearby hero an inspiration. So she's going to give that to Gimli. All right, Aragorn's going to try to finish this boss. So here we go. He gets to draw 3 cards. And we know that the first 2 are successes already. And then here's the 3rd. And we also know we can't discard that anymore. So there's 3 cards. And he will spend an inspiration to make this thing turn into 7 hits. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there's nothing he can do to add more hits. Nope. So we apply it. Yes, he can attack. All right, the agility for him is only 2. And he failed. I'm going to spend my last inspiration to block that. Don't know if that was smart or not. And then we're going to draw 3 more cards to try to finish this guy off. And dang it, I have Time of Need. And I drew a success in the middle of all these non-successes. So I only did 2 hits with that. I could have made it... Oh. You know what? He was 1 damage away from being at a last stand. So this is stupid. Just so pissed with this. Okay, his spirit is 2. He failed because there's just a million weaknesses in his deck. And he gains a fear. Flip it face down. All right, so now what? I mean, we got this boss that's down to like no damage, and I can't do anything to finish him off. So Gimli and Bilbo are off on their own. Bilbo has 2 successes on top of his deck. And if he tries to move, he's going to provoke 2 groups to attack him. And those 2 groups are going to annihilate him. But he's going to do it anyways because we have to win this game. And I think this is what you have to do to win the game. So Bilbo's going to move here, and he's going to provoke this group and that group. They're all archers. So the first set of archers is a group of 2. So he's going to provoke them. 4 damage. Okay, so now he has to do an agility check. So obviously his agility is 3, and he just drew 2 successes. And then he has one of those. I was better off attacking them, to be quite honest. So I'm going to negate 2 of the damage. So I'm going to take a face down. Discard all of your inspiration. Come on. I was trying to save the inspiration. And then 1 fear. At the end of your turn, suffer 1 fear. When you test wisdom or wit, add 1 success. So now I have to provoke, whoops, I have to provoke the other one now, wherever he is. 3 damage, yeah. So agility check again. I completely missed. So I take 3 damage. Discard 2 prepared cards or suffer 2 face down damage. Well, screw you, I'm taking 2 more face down damage. So, and then here's number 2, face down, and number 3, face down. Look at this. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. And now we got to do last stand for him. So I have to test agility 2. I think that's what that 2 means, is that because remember I only needed 1 to pass, now I need 2 to pass. All right, so agility is 3. And I failed. I got 1 pass, but I didn't get the 2. It's because I don't have any inspiration tokens. There's nothing I can do. So I fail. And so at the start of the next shadow phase, we fail this adventure if we don't get this. So that means now Gimli has to survive, provoking everybody. So let's do it. Fuck this game. Gimli's coming over. This game is losing fun for me. It's swarming you with monsters is not my idea of fun. You know, make it a challenge, make it anything, but this is getting ridiculous. So Gimli is going to provoke this group. So his agility negates, or no, spirit negates. He has 4 spirit. There's 1, fail, 2, pass. He negated. And there's 3 and there's 4. All passes. This is awful. Then we're going to provoke that group. So might, fail, pass. I think I picked the same group twice, which is fine. There's 2 of them there. And then there's the group with the fist. Well, what the heck? That's Golgotar. Oh, come on, people. Oh, do you see the mistake I just made? I'm really bad at this game. Look, Orc Marauder is who I was hitting. He's the one that has all the damage, or the armor. That's with Gimli. This is Golgotar. I can pierce him until the day comes home. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That would have been... That would have been Legolas that finished him with that. Oh, come on. Bilbo didn't even get eliminated. So the bandits retreat, leaving their dead behind. Golgotar, however, is not among the casualties as you had hoped. In full retreat, you surmise that the orc is headed north towards reinforcements or home. Heroes have defeated Golgotar once, though they will need to face him again before the quest is complete. Lore increases by 2. Each hero receives 4 experience. We had a beat. The minute the guy I was getting frustrated about that I couldn't kill, that was immune to pierce and all that other stuff, was over where Gimli was. Oh my gosh. This was just please accept my apologies. This was just that was a very awful sequence of play on my part. And I was getting all frustrated and ready to flip the table, and we had him beat. So please forgive me. Because remember, I had him down to like 1 or 2 health, wherever he was at, and he had 3 armors we had to pierce through every time. I mean, we had him beat a long time ago. In fact, Bilbo didn't even get fallen. So anyways. So we did finish successfully. And so now for days you follow the host of enemies as they flee north. Now you seek the aid of a local ranger, Hanara. The next adventure is Breland. So what you would do is you go here, and now you can see everybody's up to 7 experience points. Because I didn't spend any last time. And so I sort of like that because these might be better. We'll find out. The lore is 16, so when I click on items, I don't think anything is leveled up yet, which stinks. And then even the group items, nothing leveled up. So 16 lore is still not enough. You can see here that like the ringmail needs 26, and then his axe needs 33. So we need a lot of lore. So I think this game is a long game. Clearly it goes quicker if you're not doing solitaire and everybody's just minding their own character. I don't know, there's a part of me that thinks that playing this with just 2 characters is totally fine. The thing I struggle with is I want to play all the characters, right? I want to try all the classes. And you can't do that when you just do 2 characters. So, anyways, there you have it. That's at least one mission with the mini-map. The mini-map thing was fun. I didn't dislike it. I like the way you could use the terrain to your advantage. I don't like the swarming thing, but who knows, if I would have closed that gate like it asked us to, maybe we wouldn't have been swarmed so badly. And then of course I didn't like the fact that I picked the wrong guy. So when you're selecting the guys at the bottom, I totally apologize. They had the banners. I had the banners even set up. Look, you can even see them here. That's the fist banner right there, and that's what I was selecting, was the fist banner. This one is like a little flame-looking thing. See, it's not an actual fist, but it was turned to its side like this, and then I just assumed that it was the only Orc Marauder on the board, and there was more than one. He's sitting over there. Anyways, it was a complete whiff on my part. So, the skills. This, for example, is the burglar. So I'm going to take out the 12-point skills. Here's the 7-pointers, and then there's the 3-pointers, right? So if we would have spent the 3-pointers, we would have had one of these to pick. But now I can pick one of these, which are, at least they have fate on them, and they're not that bad to prepare. When you attack, if you discard hidden, it add 1 hit and lethal. And then it also provides strike 2, by the way. If you go look on the reference sheet, says discard. So they're both discards. I may have misled when I first described these kind of skills. Here's Hidden Blades. Like, these are, in my opinion, much better. So yeah, we can select one. You add it to your deck, but once again, you're just cluttering up the deck with stuff that's more misses. There's not enough successes in the deck sometimes. I don't... the way you mitigate it, of course, is you need to have a lot of inspiration, and sometimes I'm not sure how to achieve that. So anything that gives you inspiration is, of course, something you want to pursue. So anyways, thanks for watching. I'm done for the night. I have friends coming over tomorrow, so this game's going to get cleaned up. Or it's going to get played, actually, but it'll be a different campaign. We might continue this. You might see me just create a new campaign and start again, because I feel like I made a lot of mistakes. But if you're looking for a gist of how this plays, you got it. It's basically like this. You're going to do some missions, and the big thing is you're going to get skills right away, but your weapons and stuff that you start with, you're going to have to maintain for a while. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and hit save and quit. And as the game will soon tell you, if it speeds up a little. Stay awesome.